Welcome to our first annual Dreammakers Banquet. This evening we are here to recognize some amazing teachers who are going above and beyond in the classroom to create lifelong learners. 20 years ago, a group of committed, caring individuals had a dream to create an organization to serve Arlington Independent School District. That dream became a reality with a lot of hard work and the use of time, treasure, and talents to start the Arlington Independent School District's Education Foundation. As a fifth-generation Arlington resident whose family, just since my father, Tom Craven, started kindergarten here in first grade at Southside Elementary, all the way to today when my niece, Abigail, is a kindergartner at Duff Elementary. Our family has had the benefit of roughly 194 years of education in this amazing district. So thank you to all of the educators who are here tonight for what you have given to not just my family, but to all of us here in Arlington, Texas. You deserve, educators, to be recognized before we get started this evening. So if you please stand and let us give you a well-deserved round of applause. I am so very proud of what's happened in the past and what's currently happening with our students, our administrators, our faculty, and our staff at AISD. It's been an honor and privilege to serve as the Education Foundation Board President this past year. And because of your help, we've had record-breaking fundraiser levels that have allowed us to award record-breaking grants straight back into our AISD classrooms. In 2015, Chad and Joy Bates chaired our second annual record-breaking education celebration at Six Flags Over Texas, raising over $140,000. Our Tailgate Arlington Rockin' the Foundation, led by Carl and Lisa Cravens, was a huge success at the Arlington Museum of Art this past year, raising over $148,000. Thank you. Last year, our foundation was honored to be able to receive over $80,000 or distribute over $80,000 into 22 classrooms that have grants affecting 24 campuses here in the AISD. Most recently, we just went on a grant giving seminar here, and we donated over $88,000 into the classrooms, and we are here tonight to recognize those grant recipients. While it is great to celebrate our accomplishments, but as an old expression goes, we ain't done yet. We must continually look to ways to partner with AISD to help students realize their dreams and to make sure that those dreams become a reality. On behalf of the Arlington ISD Education Foundation and its board of directors, we thank you for your passion, your commitment to better our schools and our community. One of the most recognized faces on TV in North Texas is here with us tonight at the Dreammakers event. Karen Borta is living her dream for the morning news here in the CBS 11, where she currently celebrated her 20th anniversary in October this past year. This veteran journalist joined CBS 11 in 1995, but her dream began right here in Arlington, Texas. She graduated from Arlington Lamar High School. She is a graduate of the University of Texas at Arlington, where she is a sister in Tri Delta. She is a member of the UTA Alumni Association, and in 2003, Karen received the coveted UTA Distinguished Alumni Service Award. She's received numerous awards. I looked through her bio, and as an anchor and a reporter, she's received Emmys and Katies and Castleberries and things that I can't even fathom, and the list goes on and on and on. Karen and her husband, Jim, live right here in Arlington, and they have 3 children, Jake, Katie, and Kylie. Even with all of her accomplishments as a successful businesswoman, community volunteer, a daughter, a wife, a sister, an aunt, and a friend, at heart, Karen's a soccer mom. She's passionately involved with her kids in their schools. In her free time, as if you have any, says that she enjoys playing tennis and reading. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please help me give a warm welcome to Karen Borta.
I can't possibly top 192 years in Arlington ISD schools. But I do know that when my husband and I came back here to North Texas 20 plus years ago, and I knew, my station is located in East Fort Worth. I had a lot of different places to choose from, a lot of different places to look at in terms of where do we want to be, where do we want to raise our family. And it took us about 75 seconds to decide Arlington was where we needed to be. Because to me, there's no place like home. Dorothy had it right. And I knew that this would be a wonderful place in which to raise our children, and I wasn't wrong. Arlington ISD particularly has been very good for me. As Mary Tom mentioned, I've been blessed. I've been remarkably blessed in my career, and I am continuing to enjoy the job that I love so much. But the roots, everything started for me, at Lamar High School, and before that at Shackelford, and before that, it's just the fundamentals of everything that I learned, they began here. And my colleagues sometimes hate me because I'm the grammar cop at work, but I've got some great teachers to blame for that. And I just, I give so much credit to my success today to what I learned in Arlington, what I learned growing up, going to school at Lamar, just those basic fundamentals, and every little stepping stone, every little thing I accomplished along the way, every wonderful teacher who helped guide me, every counselor who held my hand and said, "You can do this." All of those little things helped encourage me and get me to where I am today. So I'm so grateful. And I've got so many friends today who are teachers in the AISD. And I watch them, and from an adult perspective now, it's totally different when you're a kid. When you're an adult and you can see what these teachers do and what these teachers give to their classrooms. That's why I'm so glad to be a part of this today. I love what you guys are doing, what this foundation is doing for our teachers, because I see what they give, what they give of themselves personally. I've got one of my girlfriends teaches at an elementary school in East Arlington, and when she got her teaching certificate, she wanted to teach in a struggling school because she wanted to make a difference. She wanted to have an impact on these kids' lives. We went on a trip to for her big 50th birthday. We went to New York City, and we're at the airport, and we're getting souvenirs for our kids. And she's like, "Oh, my kids would love this. They would love these pencils." And I'm thinking, "Oh, yeah," because I know her daughters. And I thought, "Yeah, they're going to love these pencils. These are great." And she's like, "No, my kids." Her kids. Her students. She calls them her kids. And I know so many teachers. I started paying attention to that and paying attention to my other teacher friends. And that's what they are. These are their kids. And they love them, and they give so much of their time. They give so much of their own personal paychecks go toward bettering their classrooms and bettering their students' lives. And I love that. I love the selflessness that our teachers just embody, all of the teachers in this district. And so I applaud all of you who give of yourselves for AISD, and all of you associated with the foundation who are helping them, who help our children. So thank you. Now, that out of the way, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Superintendent Marcelo Cavazos, because we want to give out some awards. And we want to start with Tammy Ledesma from Corey Academy and Michelle Casey from Jones Academy. They were awarded a total of $9,915.24 for their project to support the dual language fine arts academies in the library, designed for the students to explore the arts and languages on other languages than English. Let's give them a big round of applause. Our next recipient, Michael Wyant from Bailey Junior High. Go ahead and come on up. He was awarded $4,663 for a solar vehicle project to expand the topic of solar power and its commercial use as an alternative energy source. I wish my son had known you. Students will design, modify, test, and evaluate their vehicles against an established standard. That's wonderful. Congratulations. And we're going to ask Michael to stay up here because his colleague from Bailey, Mark Cooper, was unable to join us tonight, but he was awarded $3,666 for a project-based activity engaging students in problem solving, critical thinking, collaboration, and creativity to investigate and design structures to be tested in a simulated earthquake environment and analyze the results. This is junior high school, people. Oh my heavens. And analyze the results. Mark was unable to attend again, accepting his award on his behalf, Michael Wyand. Thank you. Our next recipient, Candy K. Scaramuzzo from Turning Point Junior High, was awarded $2,248.28 for a project that will encourage at-risk students to participate in activities that are not in their usual comfort zones to foster self-esteem and academic awareness. We all know how important that is. Congratulations. Our next recipient, Suzanne Severns from Martin High School, was awarded $3,347.88 to provide a 3D printer and to provide training to individuals and classes on how to use a 3D printer. I still have a hard time believing that's a thing. Come on up, Suzanne. Congratulations. Our next recipient, Jeannie Murrow from Ditto Elementary, was awarded $2,089.23 for a project that provides play-away launch pads for each first, second, and third grade class with specific literacy and math-based applications preloaded. Congratulations, Jeannie. Our next recipient, Maggie Mixon from Martin High School, was awarded $2,292 for reusable chemistry materials for hands-on activities to help them master otherwise abstract concepts. Congratulations. Next, we have Jay Atman, Amy Motzenbecker, Linda Berry from STEM Academy, who were awarded $5,788 for an overnight camp that capitalizes on, is it fMRI? Neuroscience or just MRI? Neuroscience research on the brain's executive function and complements the maturational development process that's at work in the lives of the students. Yeah, these people are so light years ahead of me. Congratulations, Jay, Amy, and Linda. Next, we have Leslie Cano from Patrick Elementary. She was awarded $7,465 for a Lego EV3 robotics for students to learn robotic programming while building critical thinking, problem solving, and collaboration skills. That is so awesome. Teach these kids while they are young. That's great. Next, we have Jesus J. Martinez from Sam Houston High School. He was awarded $5,500 for a percussion program that will help students improve their fundamentals in music through contemporary music, private lessons, and master classes from professionals in the field. Nancy Lee Scott from Miller Elementary was awarded $8,437.50 for a program that focuses on student learning and growth in reading through small group instruction using guided reading. Congratulations. And next we have Mace Taharian from Corey Academy. Carol Sine from Wood Elementary and Leslie Robinson Fisher from Fitzgerald Elementary. They were awarded a total of $7,000 for a project that will incorporate engaging student-centered instruction in PE and science by using heart rate monitors to enable students to self-select monitor goals and achievement. Congratulations. Hey. All right, next we have James Casey Cagle from Young Junior High, was awarded $3,500 for the Science and Engineering Club to enhance and enrich STEM education with projects such as robotics, 3D fabrication, rocketry, and green energy projects. Jared Carlton from Lamar High School, was awarded $9,798.92 for the restart of the jazz band program. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And next we have Andrew Wally from Thornton Elementary and Luther Cobby from Atherton Elementary. They were awarded $6,970 for access to extracurricular chess training and events for students at these two Title I elementary schools. It'll help pay for materials, online training, membership in National Chess Organization, and transportation and registration for scholastic chess tournaments. Congratulations. And last, we've got Avery Taylor from Owsley Junior High, was awarded $5,000 for literacy lounges, comfortable and relaxed environments that support and cultivate team building and a lifelong love of learning and reading. Avery could not be with us tonight. Our next speaker is Arlington ISD Education Foundation Executive Director, Brian White.
Lori and I are both first-generation college graduates. We were discussing that recently. Right. In our families, it was a given that we were going to go to college. We were going to complete college. We were going to graduate. We took those blessings and that support structure for granted. In AISD, we have significant challenges. Dr. Cavazos earlier said those challenges are opportunities. 70.1% of our student population are considered economically disadvantaged. 70.1%. You know what that means? That means that's a household income of $23,000 or less. Let that sink in a little bit. $23,000 equivalent household income or less a year. Despite those challenges, those are opportunities for us. And our educators are helping our students excel and find their escape from this poverty through education. And there are many students out there facing challenges you wouldn't know. One in particular, there's one young man that we know of who's top 10 in his class at his high school. He plays football, and he'll be studying engineering in college this fall. He's just really excelling in the classroom. You wouldn't know it by looking at him, but he's homeless. But fortunately, his sister has helped in that process, and he is living with her, so she is helping him achieve his dreams of escaping that extreme poverty through education. Phenomenal student. We have to continue to plant those seeds of opportunities at an early age for our AISD students so that they can dream, and so that they can dream and allow those to become opportunities. And for those opportunities, as Dr. Cavazos has pointed out numerous times, so those opportunities can become realities. And by investing in our school, it behooves us. It helps us in so many ways, the future of our community. It builds a pipeline for our future workforce, and the Education Foundation is committed to working with partnerships to see that we can build the future for our students and also build a workforce that helps our companies and our corporations to build that workforce. It also builds productive citizens from our AISD students and helps them become engaged in their community. And on a personal note, basically, good schools, great schools increase our property values. It helps us in so many ways. As the mayor can tell you too, great schools help our economic development as well. There's just so many benefits. So thank you for supporting our schools with your gifts, not only of treasure, but your time, your volunteer, and your talents. So we thank you. It's my privilege at this time to introduce a man who is going to present an award named in his honor. And the foundation is lucky, is fortunate, is blessed to have him as an invaluable supporter, and delighted to have him present our Dan Dipert Legacy Award tonight. Dan has served as a true dream maker and a champion of education. And Dan will be presenting the Dan Dipert Legacy Award here on stage.
Thank you, Brian. I have a privilege to introduce a lady to you today that is known for education in this community. I can't think of anyone who deserves this award more than she does. This person has been involved in every aspect of education in our community. She's been involved with the Arlington School District as a parent. She's been involved with our school district as an educator. She's been involved with our school district on the Board of Trustees on more than one occasion. She's been involved as a volunteer, and she's a founding member of the Arlington Independent School District Education Foundation. She's passionate about improving our schools, our dreams, our opportunities for our students, educators, and our schools. As you can see, she's an advocate for education, has served, and quite frankly, one of the best state representatives this community has ever had, and part of the reason is because she served as her assistant. Everybody knows her, everybody loves her, and she's a real treasure to this community. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you the one and only Ann Morris.
I met someone for the first time this evening, and it couldn't have been more right, if that's a nice way to say it. Not very grammatical. But this foundation began, that first little glimmer, and Diane Patrick remembers this, when she and I were serving on the school board. A man came to a meeting in the open forum and said, other big districts have education foundations. They're giving money back to their classrooms. Why aren't we? Nobody had thought about it before. Well, Mr. Ron Howell has gone to his greater reward several years ago, but I want to introduce his son, Brian, who came all the way from Plano tonight to be with us. And if y'all will bear with me just a minute, I have a little bit more history. And I need to say that Woodrow Counts hired me to teach history in 1967, so I'm still doing it. After Ron Howell had come and said that night, it kind of languished in everybody's mind. But a few years later, the school board was in the Deer Park AISD, which is down near Houston, doing our due diligence as we hired a new superintendent, Lynn Hale. One of the groups of people she asked us to meet with was none other than her board of directors of the Deer Park ISD Education Foundation. We were really intrigued with what we heard because it was something that we really didn't understand what an education foundation did. But we brought those ideas back with us, and by the way, we brought Lynn also. And so a couple of years later, and Joan Bergstrom would remember this, we met at the AISD. It kind of, the room was full of what I would call the A-list of the Chamber of Commerce. And we formed the Education Foundation. That was in September of 1994. Since that time, this foundation has given almost $1.5 million back to the classrooms of this school district. Those grants, the award winners who are here tonight, are just the latest. We've given grants to every school in the district. We mentioned the 3 newest ones tonight. To every grade level, to every discipline. I remember going to deliver a grant to a high school science class, and I really wondered if they were going to launch satellites off the roof. And then we took them to all of the alternative schools. Kukin, which is pre-K, Turning Points, Venture. I don't think we have missed anybody, whether it was special ed or whether it was honors classes. Every teacher has the opportunity to enhance what they want to do in the classroom. All they've got to do is ask. What could be more wonderful than having spent these years, by the way, 22 of them, on this board of trustees for this foundation. And just as a word to the rest of the board, this is not my graduation speech.
Thank you all so much for being here for this wonderful evening. Congratulations to all of our grant recipients, and looking forward to another great year. Thanks again.